Hey everyone, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to the channel and another video. Well, it's been a couple of weeks and yeah, I didn't have any time to really do anything on this little guy here that you see in front of me. That's this guy here, the Tiger 1/135th scale by Tamiya. So let's get into it. So, like I said, I haven't really had a chance to do very much on this thing in the last week, other than what you guys saw last time. Kind of just put it aside and haven't really done much. This guy here is just kind of sitting in the same state that you guys saw it last. What I have had a chance to do though was do a little bit of rusting on the tracks. So you guys saw I did do a very dark gray coat over the tracks, and then I just did a little bit of rust. As you can see, very orange color in my box here. It's basically just a rust wash. What I used is the Vallejo wash. This one is the light rust. Okay, so it's that color there. That's what it's supposed to look like. But of course, over the very super dark gray, in retrospect, maybe I should have used a slightly lighter shade of gray. Maybe something like neutral gray. That probably would have made the rust come out and pop a little more. But for what I'm doing on this thing, it doesn't really matter so much, because it's kind of mostly going to be covered in mud and dust anyway. So I basically, normally I would go with even more rust and get different shades on there, the lighter yellows and darker orange, even to a deep red, that kind of thing, to get some variation in the rust tones. But because it's going to be mostly covered up in mud and dust anyway, it doesn't really matter that much. But that's what I've done. Okay. The other thing I started to do was work on the little exhaust pipes. I did coat those in the neutral gray, painted those up like this, and then I took Insignia white, which doesn't look like Insignia white unless you really shake it well. Insignia white, and did the little sponge method on there to show some hot spots. The heated hot metal kind of turns to that. So I've got them both done just to that stage. So next is going to be adding rust onto these, but we're going to get to that another time. Today, however, I want to get to doing the camouflage pattern on our little baby here, and that's going to involve some red brown. So this particular tank, in the instructions, they give us two options of camouflage. We either get the Autumn of 1944. This is just two tones. We got the dark yellow, this color here, and it is the green color, which is dark green, and that's it. That's the XF61. Boom. You can do those two, and that's all there is to it. Or we go to the three-color, tri-color. That's this one. This is the Normandy July 1944, which is the one that I've decided to do. And that's going to involve not only the dark green, but also the red brown. And the red brown is what I want to get started on today. Now, all things being equal, they don't give you a lot of detail on, kind of whitewashed in this camera now. Got a new lens on this camera and it seems to be a little bit bright. Give me just a second here, I'm going to do an adjustment. Alright, so I had to take a phone call there, and well, now I'm back. So, as I was saying, we're going to be doing the red brown. And so I want to get into this little color here, now that I've turned my brightness down. It's basically just very small little, I don't know, blotches that they're doing the camouflage in. You can kind of even see it in the picture there, right? It's just little squiggly lines kind of randomly placed all over the place. And so that's what I want to get into and get started doing today. Let's get this turret off of here. And yeah, basically do that. Yes, I'm back. Thanks, you, Alla. I wanted to try and find some pictures of this thing and get some, you know, some historical photos and get some reference pictures done to have a look at this thing in this color. There's not really a lot online that are of decent quality that you can actually tell the real colors. Yeah, it's one of those things, old World War II tanks, right? So anyway, I already have my compressor fired up. It's ready to go right here. But I am going to be changing out my airbrush because this is a 0.3 nozzle, and I don't want to use that for this one. I want to use my smaller 0.18. And now we're having problems. There we go. There we go. So this way, I've got the MAC valve here. I can turn on the pressure, and I can turn on the pressure from the tank very easily through this valve here. And so that's going to be good because I don't want to do super high pressure up because I want to do a little bit more intricate painting on there. So let's do this, and I do want to thin this a little bit just so that I can build up the color. Now, I actually don't need a heck of a lot of paint because it's just tiny little squiggles everywhere. So I don't need to mix a lot, and so I don't need a lot of thinner either. So this should be good and mixed now. I could technically just thin it straight out of the bottle, but basically just enough to cover the bottom of my cup here is going to be good enough. More than enough, I think. Especially once I add some thinner to it, it's going to be more than enough. That's roughly 50-50, something like that. Now technically, the Tamiya paints don't really have to thin, at least in my experience. You don't have to thin too much at all. I've definitely sprayed them straight out of the bottle and haven't had an issue. But that's been my experience. Of course, you know, if you're spraying for a long time or you're doing a big kit or something like that, you might end up with it, you know, thickening up on you and wanting to dry. And of course, then you need like retarders and stuff like that, all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to try this out. I'm going to do a little test spray first just to see how my pattern is, because I want to do small. I don't want big blotches. Okay, I think I'm at a good pressure. I will switch the cameras. Hopefully my camera is going to be cooperating with me and not being all crappy like last time. Hello, here I am. Okay, so let's start with this. Okay, so along the sides here we've just got patterns that kind of go up, straight up and down. So that's what I'm going to go for. Just little random things like that. That's basically it, just stuff like that. So from what I can tell in different photos, that's basically what I'm going for, and we'll just kind of continue on with that similar kind of pattern and kind of do just random everywhere. And that's basically it, like that. Okay, now for the top, I don't have anything to reference really, other than I have some references for this one, but not for this. They didn't give me any top view, so I have nothing to reference. So that's going to be interesting. I do have the front. I can do the front. Have that, but again, I don't really have much for the top. Something like that going on. So now, do I do the stripes this way or do I do them this way? So before I continue with that, I just want to take a look at a couple of different pictures here. Just to see if I can get a reference for something. Now that I'm actually painting it, I want to have some kind of reference. So from what I can tell, they are just kind of random little splotches. So let's get back into it. getting a little bit of tip drawing on here. Still very runny in the cup, so. Okay, so I think that's going to be good for the hull. I'm happy with the way that's looking. Okay, that's a good start. Okay, now you may notice I haven't bothered to do anything down in here because that's all in the undercarriage and you're never going to see that. So let's put that aside. And we will work on this guy. Okay, now I'm going to do the front. Now we'll do the barrel. The barrel's not much, right? Just the barrel. It's not really. across the top here. Over to this side. Okay, finally we'll do across the top here. And there we go. Okay. So, basically now I've got all the little wheels to do. I've got to do all these little guys. And there's not much on them. It's just basically almost like do a little stripe and you're done, right? So, what I'm going to try to do, I want to try and save my fingers from getting painted. So I'm just going to do one, I'll pick them up with my tweezers and just do this. So for the most part, the wheels are nothing more than just one little stripe kind of thing. Maybe one little blob on one spot, kind of like that, and that's going to be it for the wheels, really. Most of them are just going to wind up like that. So let's go back to the painting can and we'll continue on. Okay, a couple of little hatches like this. Just want to do a little something like that. That's going to go here, but it's going to be upside down, so you're never going to see it. Same with this hatch, which is going to go here, which I could say, hey, maybe this one continued on to it. Just left it like that. The actual hatch for here, let's actually just temporarily put it on there. There we go. Okay. We have our little exhaust covers, which go on here. Oops. Okay, where'd you go? There you go. Okay, you were here, right? Yes. That's better. Just want to catch that little edge there. There. Okay. There's that one. Now, we have our wheel sets that I have. There's one set. One more. There we go. Okay. Next we have our fenders. These guys. 1 and 2. Now, what I haven't decided exactly is which side is which, but I think this one is going to go on this side. So it's going to go on here, and so I just basically need to continue these down on that. That one done. Okay, let's flip this over and we'll do the same over on this side. Spot one here. we go. Okay. So that's it. That's the brown color. I don't have any other places, no other things. I mean, I've got my little cables that need to go on the top there, but they're going to be kind of inconsequential when it comes to the actual color. I mean, the little brackets, maybe I could decide, hey, I want to have those the same color, but we will see. I'm going to guess probably not, and even if I do decide to make them the same color as the camouflage, I can always just touch it up with a brush. That's simple enough to do. But that's going to be it for the brown. Next color, of course, is going to be the dark green. But I think I've already spent enough time on this for today, and so the green is going to be coming up next time. So that's where I'm going to leave it for today, guys, and going to continue this on with the dark green camouflage next time. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and thanks for coming out. Thanks for being patient and waiting for my next video, next part on this. You know, 2 weeks is a bit of a long time. I feel like, hey, I'm normally working on these things like, Saturdays, Sundays, boom, boom, get these done and get them pumped out. Pump out these videos like crazy. No, I'm not crazy. You know what I mean? Like when I take 2 weeks off and don't touch it, it's kind of like I gotta get doing. I gotta do it. And yeah. So it's been sitting here, and I look at this thing every day, thinking I want to get this thing finished. I want to continue painting it. And then I don't have time, and yeah, it's frustrating. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I want to thank you guys again for watching, and thanks for putting up with me. And yeah, so if you haven't already done it, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like this stuff, please hit the like button. Comment down below too in the comments box. If you want to see still pictures of my stuff, you can always check out my Instagram. I always take pictures of everything that I build, when it's all done, and I upload them on my Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube and you feel like you'd like to watch me live, you can head on over to my Twitch channel. Subscribe to me on there, and then you'll get notified when I go live. And as I said before, it's usually on the weekends, usually Saturday, Sunday mornings, Pacific Standard Time, somewhere between 9 and 11 a.m., roughly, something like that. But anyway, thanks again, guys, for watching. I'll put links down in the description box below for all that stuff for you guys. And thank you guys again, and we'll see you all in the next one.